1963, Echo, Take 4, Marker.
In a world where you are about to enter the FilmNET category, one man must teach you everything you need to know.
Sorry about that. I just get so excited about the prospect of filmmaking. And if I'm correct, the reason that you are watching this video is because you are all aspiring filmmakers. My name is Strauss. I will be the mentor adjudicator and hopefully give you upbuilding criticism on your projects in order for you guys to learn and start moving forward in this amazing craft. I've been in the industry for around about 8 years, but I've been very fortunate to work on a lot of different projects, from reality TV like Survivor to documentaries, short films, longer films, music videos. But besides all the industry stuff, I've had a passion for filmmaking and movie making from since I can remember. And that means I've basically been exactly where you are right now, with only cell phone to film and Windows Movie Maker or iMovie on your computer, and the dream of making a film. And that is all that you really need, because the most important part is, can you tell a story? So I'm not going to judge you on who has the best camera, who has the best editing software. Those are resources that some people will have and other people won't. But if you are able to make me feel something and tell me a story, that is where you're going to get points. You will be making a short film or a music video. Also, I know some years, some of you guys make short stop motion animations. First of all, you have a prescribed song that you'll be using. The song is called Letting Go Slowly by the very talented Andre Ter Blanche. You will all receive the song if you are going to be doing the music video. So there are some key things to look at when you are wanting to make a music video. Firstly, you start with the song. Andre's song is a slow, melancholy type of song which already starts giving you images and visual indications as to what the pace of the music video will be. So listen to the song, listen to it a couple of times, go through the lyrics. What images do the lyrics bring up with you? What is the pace and the tone of the song? Listen to it more. Images and pictures should start coming up in your mind. What type of vibe goes well with the song? So after listening to the song many times, then you can start with your planning. What kind of music video do you want to shoot? A lot of music videos have maybe a linear story throughout, intercut with the artist performing the song. What's nice about that is the artist has the opportunity to convey the emotion that went through his mind when he was writing the song and when he's performing. And then you enhance the message of the music video by having like a linear storyline throughout. Or a lot of music videos will be montage style, so lots of different images working together as one to convey the message of the music video. After you've decided what kind of music video you're going to make, start learning the lyrics so that you are able to perform the song, or find a friend who might even be able to perform it better for you and you can be behind the camera. Or other parts of planning would be, what are all the different visuals and elements that you want in your music video? Is it daytime or nighttime? Do you maybe want to wait for it to rain so that you can shoot some of your visuals in the rain? Do you need to take a day and go hiking so that you can have nature visuals? All of that will take planning, and the best part about making films and videos and not documentaries is that you are able to plan. So make sure that you know what you want and that you plan out the whole music video in your mind before you go shoot. So what I'll be expecting from your music videos is how well do you convey the themes of the music? How well did you interpret Andre's song? How well could you feel the pacing of the music? Listen to the song, listen to the intro, the verse, the chorus, verse again, the bridge. There's a lot of nice moments where the artist would not sing and it's an instrumental part for a while. What visuals will you apply to the piece of instrumental music? Think about the cuts and moments in the music. Think about when the chorus hits in. What visual do you want to show your audience members? Toward the end, leave us with something impactful. I would also encourage all of you who want to make the music videos, also listen to some of the tips that I have on filming. A lot of those techniques will be very applicable to you when you are shooting your music videos. Some of you, I've heard, will do stop motion or animated short films. But even though you won't be doing a live action short film, I still think there's a lot of rules and tips that you can absorb and apply into your animated movie. So just continue to listen. We want your short film to be between 2 and 8 minutes long. So before we start with all the prep and the tips that I can give you guys, some limitations for the short films as well. Your short film needs to be between 5 and 12 minutes. Still, no more than 4 actors, no more than 3 locations. Coffee or a tea mug is still the required prop that I need to see in the short film. Also, I want the line of dialogue, "This is gonna be my year." Those 2 things, sneak it into your short film as creatively as possible. That will only give bonus points for me to see how smartly you are able to integrate that into your film. So for those of you who will be brave enough to take on the live action short film, here are a whole bunch of things that I think you guys can use to make the best possible short film that you can with limited resources. And you are never going to create a Hollywood blockbuster in your sitting room, but that is not the goal here. The goal is to tell stories, and that is what I'm going to be looking at. So first thing that's going to have to happen with your short film is you need a script. We are trying to encourage authenticity. So tell a story that is close to your heart, something that you feel you are able to tell well. Think about what are your limitations. If you don't know 4 people who are actors, don't write a script that needs 4 people. If you have 1 or 2 friends that are actors or aspiring actors or are good in front of the camera, how can you integrate their talents into your film? What locations do you have? Do you have a beautiful garden? Do you have a big kitchen? Does your grandfather have a cool looking car? A cool cloak that you can use? Something that looks striking and something that might have an interesting story around that. So once you're happy with your script and you've got everything that you need, now you need to shoot this thing. Now, I don't know what you guys have available to shoot your movies with. Some of you will most likely be using your cell phones, which is not a bad thing because camera quality has come to a place where you can shoot really nice things on your cell phone. Please never ever shoot anything for us like this. Always turn your phone and shoot landscape 1920 by 1080. We are not shooting TikToks, we are shooting films. One of the big things that a lot of first-time filmmakers don't do is plan out their shots. They will shoot a whole scene of dialogue on one angle. Now, I would encourage you to watch any of your favorite movies and you'll see exactly what I mean when I say that to create a scene, it has to be made up of a whole bunch of different shots. So I'm just going to take you through some very basic shots that you can use to color in your film when you're shooting your film. The first shot, which is also a very important shot still, is your wide shot. The wide shot does a lot of things for your film. Firstly, it establishes where we are now. Where are your actors? What is happening around them? You want to see the whole kitchen, the whole dining room, the whole garden with your actors there. That establishes where they are. You can go in closer and your audience has been orientated with where the story is taking place. But from there, we still have a lot of work to do. The next shot is a medium shot. The medium shot is very important because it is used to frame your actors and establish them as characters. Maybe from the waist up, you can see what they are wearing, the posture, the stance that they're in, are they using their hands? These are all important things to establish with your character. The next shot in your sequence would be a close-up shot. Now, a close-up shot could be, like it says, a close-up of anything. Why is a close-up important? You could basically say it's the equivalent of you pointing your finger at something when showing someone where something is. As a filmmaker, you can use a close-up to literally, if I am talking about the mug and I show you a close-up of the mug, that is me as a filmmaker taking the audience eyes and showing them exactly what I need them to see. Maybe there's important details that you want your audience to see that can only be seen on the close-up, and all the small things that are happening in the scene. All these visuals together will give momentum to the scene and will give texture and importance to the scene instead of just having it in a wide. So the most basic way to break down lighting is in order for your audience to see what's happening, it needs to be nice and clear, which means it needs to be lit. Some of the best filmmakers and DOPs are able to use light in amazing ways to create beautiful pictures, but there is ways to be very practical yet creative with your lighting in your films. One of your best friends when making a film is natural light. Think about those selfies that you take next to the window in your room where that perfect morning light comes through and this part of your face is very well lit while this part is a bit darker. That is good lighting. That it creates dynamics, it doesn't look flat, and that's where natural light will help a lot. So when you're constructing your scenes, first try and place your actors and the scene close to a source of natural light, like a screen door or a window. That will make that will really help a lot and make your scene nice and clear and visible. That's when we get to more practical lights. If your dad works in construction and maybe he has big construction lights that you are able to light up the room with. Open or close the curtains. Maybe you have like the thin white see-through curtain that'll soften the light on your actor's face, which might be better than exposing them to full daylight. If you are shooting a night scene and it's still in the day, use black sheets and black out all the places where sunlight is leaking in. All I want is visibility of the scene, and I want to know, is it a night scene or is it a day scene? If your sound is horrible in the film and I can't hear what the actor is saying, how am I supposed to understand the story? If you are shooting from too far away in a wide shot and your characters are having dialogue but the camera is too far from them and the voices are too soft, I'm not gonna hear the story. This is why sound will be difficult, because you need very good equipment and microphones to record good sound, and that is not what I'm expecting from this from your films. But I will expect for you to do your utmost best to give me the best possible sound that you can, and there are small things that you can do in order to help. Don't write a scene next to a busy highway with cars. There's no way that you're going to capture good sound while cars are going past and your actors are giving me dialogue. This is why a quiet room, a quiet garden, somewhere away from the city, these are all quiet places that will help. Get out of the wind. Wind on microphones sounds terrible and takes a lot away from the natural sound and the dialogue. Also, when you're shooting your scenes and you're going from your wide to your mid shot to your close-up shot, always run through all of the dialogue in the wide shot. Then when you're happy with that shot and you come in for the medium shot and you run through all of the dialogue, your camera would be closer to your actor, and that means the sound would be better. And the most important part is make sure that us as the audience members can hear clearly what is being said in order for us to understand what's going on in your film. Now, this is very exciting because you are able to take everything that you have done, all the preparation and your lighting and sound and filming and the actors and the script, all the blood, sweat and tears basically culminates. A lot of films die out because of bad editing. Now, I'm not sure what editing software that you guys will be using. If you are using professional stuff like Premiere or Final Cut, or if you are using Windows Movie Maker, iMovie, the basics of editing will always stay the same. Stitching together the story so that it feels visually pleasing to you as the filmmaker and what you want to tell your audience members. Things like fast cuts and slow cuts. If you cut a scene slowly between two actors, it'll affect the whole scene. The whole scene will feel slower. If it is fast cuts, that means you're trying to create energy, or it's a fast argument, or it's a playful argument, or it's an action scene and you need to put in a lot of cuts. It creates this energy. So fast and slow cuts. When your actors are playing towards one another, when do I cut to the person giving the lines, and when do I cut to the person reacting? All those things. When you cut from the right moment to the right moment, you're able to create so much more energy than just having one cut. So editing is a thing that takes a very long time to master, and there's a lot of different ways to cut scenes. But just like with all other aspects of you making a film, the most important part is you need to tell the story. So, some closing thoughts, whether it will be your short film, music video, or the animation. Remember all of the tips that I've given you. A lot of them are applicable no matter which project you choose. Try and apply all of them. Good sound, good lighting, and good editing. Remember that limitations also inspires creativity. So the mandatory line and prop that we've added for you guys, I want to see how creatively you can use it. Limiting your actors and your locations, and then also being limited on what gear you are able to use. All I want to see is you tell me a good story and use what you have as creatively as possible and surprise me. I think from here on, as mentor adjudicator, I will be able to mentor you guys as you start working on your films. And I am very, very, very excited to see what you guys can come up with. And at the end of the day, just remember that you entering this competition, creating a film for us to adjudicate, might be your first step into a growing and aspiring South African film industry. Good luck, and remember to film it.